I think there was definitely, I mean, it's sort of, I don't know if I necessarily agree that the first Trump administration was non-interventionist, but I think you're definitely right to have seen a ramping up. Um, I think that there's always sort of two strains of Trumpism. There's one strain that says we don't want these like costly long-term entanglements, but the other strain that says sort of peace through strength, and what we actually want is to just punch people in the face. And I think that Trump has always liked this sort of um, this perception of cost-free intervention. I think that a lot of sort of Trump's foreign policy doctrine is around the Iraq War. And so one half of that is, don't start long-term costly entanglements, but the other half of that is this idea that maybe there's a way to show strength without getting entangled. I think this is a false promise. I think uh, to some degree, like neocons have gotten very good, like Mike Waltz, have gotten very good at selling sort of just one try, I promise, just one
Yeah.
attack, and it'll end. And then of course once you're in it, then you have this whole credibility thing. You can't show weakness. I do think that a lot of this churn happened specifically in March 2025. There was a lot of palace intrigue within the Trump administration, and the more hawkish factions seem to have won. I think what has especially emboldened them is the fact that the Iran war that we had in June did not escalate to the point where Doves warned it would. I mean, that's sort of an open question
Hmm.
because they might start again, but at the moment, it just seems like they sort of, for lack of a better phrase, got away with it.
Yeah.
And so I think they're now looking for other places where you can do sort of quick show of force. And I think Venezuela, because it's such an unpopular regime, because it's sort of internally already teetering, and I think importantly because it's in the Western Hemisphere, it's sort of tied to domestic priorities of immigration and drug trafficking. And there's a sort of an older strain of like non-intervention overseas, but yes, intervention in the continent. Because of all of those factors, Venezuela seems like a sort of perfect target. I do wonder why it's Venezuela and not Cuba, but I suspect it's because the Venezuelan state is already sort of internally fractured in a way the Cuban state is not.